Okay. So, we're planning to go to the pub for a belated Mother's Day lunch with Mum. It's a pub we haven't been to before. And there's a lot of things on my mind that I'm hoping if I vlog about, I will be able to understand and sort through better and be more grounded in myself and then deal with better. Okay, so we want to be able to interact and act naturally and authentically as a system. And this means not cloaking and not masking and not doing the thing where we frantically hide symptoms like dissociation and make sure we're only appearing like one person. So if somebody wants to eat some of the meal or have some conversation and somebody wants to switch in, they would be allowed to and supported in that. It causes a lot of fear and anxiety, sometimes literal panic attacks, depending on who. We practice by going to Tesco and we speak on the way there, around the shop. Last time at the register, which freaked me the fuck out, but I'm still grateful for because the more we normalize it and get used to it and see that nothing bad happens, as long as we're in safe areas to do so, the better, the more free, the more free and capable we feel, and the better really for removing the stigma of dissociative identity disorder the world over, even if it's just the handful of people we come across. So I feel really, really fucking strongly about it. For our freedom of expression, for our ability to live our lives as we are without feeling like we have to hide, and for the generations of systems that will come after us. So I'm kind of aware of that. I'm kind of thinking about that. We just recorded a few 1-minute videos and then uploaded a couple into shorts because it kind of helped. That's a potential to be a wider audience of people that don't just know us. So it's a little bit scary, so it's something that I can use to work with getting more comfortable with that. So, go us, that was cool. And there's all of that. Basically, that's the one thing that's on my mind. And that involves doing this consistent practice that we've been practicing for a long time now, and it's still so fucking hard because I say a long time, I guess it's been about a year of really working on it every single day, every chance we get. Where it's we try to stay centered in ourselves. Literally the feeling of me, whatever that is, tends to dart out of my body and attune to other people around us and amend our behavior based off of the assumption of their perception of us, and what they will find agreeable and comfortable. It's like people-pleasing tendencies and codependency traits. And it is so fucking, I can't even explain how hard it is to come out of that and sit in my body, especially when there's the double element that our body has not ever been a safe place for us to be. So it's like double the work, really. I'm so pulled to be out there thinking about what we look like for so many reasons, and it feels like life or death safety. I'm having to try and train that out. And I'm so trained to know or to feel, to think that our body isn't a safe place to be, and not to prioritize or feel our emotions. So there's like this massive dual process happening where I'm sitting in our body and staying there and experiencing the sensations of the emotions in my body, and learning to feel safe doing that, and learning to not think about how we're being perceived, and that it's not essential for our safety to be responsible for other people's emotions or responses, and that people can be confused and uncomfortable, and I can stay in my body just doing what is natural and right to us and not take any responsibility for whatever is happening around us in anyone else. And also that to learn to feel and process the emotions as it happens, and be in our body feeling things when I'm normally so depersonalized, derealized, dissociated, and like floating far the fuck above it. So there's like many different elements all coming together all at once in real time. That's like really new. Feels like loads of quick time events all hitting at once. Remembering to breathe, and remembering both the embodied work and the physical element, and like physically feeling all of these things and experiencing them, and letting things and emotions and sensations flow through me without leaving my body, so that they can process and metabolize, and reassuring and controlling, well, I wouldn't say controlling my thoughts, but like reassuring and comforting us in my thoughts without going too much into my head and sitting there to escape being in my body. So like the occasional just reassuring thought that I'm doing the right thing, we're worth prioritizing. How I look doesn't matter. What people think of us doesn't matter. We're safe. We want to work to be authentic and feel happy and relaxed and free, not agreeable and pleasing and normal, whatever that even means. So there's like all this stuff that I'm preparing. Oh, and then I've got to regulate our breathing and our nervous system, and make sure that I keep a massive focus on keeping our nervous system regulated and making sure that we feel safe, or I won't be able to do any of the above. But I gotta not think about it as like, oh, I gotta do this or I won't be able to do that, because that does not generate an embodied sense of safety. That generates an embodied sense of like fucking anguish, and I am so done with living an embodied sense of anguish. Fuck the embodied sense of anguish. So there's all of that. That I'm preparing to do. Luckily, I got a really good backup in here. And I'm made up of a lot of really capable, competent people and parts of me, and I have a lot of faith in all of me and in all of us. I feel capable, I feel powerful, I feel strong, I feel anxious, I feel terrified, I feel ready. I feel like it's go time, but part of the it's go time is removing the sense of urgency and go time and learning to let go and relax as all of these things happen, as I do all of these things. So that's part one. That's like the half of what goes on, and we'll see. We'll see if. Sorry about that. That looked really loud. Yes, that looked really loud. Yeah.